Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and tutorial for this really cool no setup card trick that will definitely impress your friends and family. So I would start off this trick by having my spectator give the deck a shuffle. Once they are done, I would have them choose two cards from the deck as their selections for the trick. I would just have my spectator look at and remember the cards that they choose for the trick. Now, after they have remembered both of the cards, I'll tell them we're going to get the cards here, lost into the middle of the deck somewhere. So we're going to take the first one, just cut it into the pack and give the deck a few cuts. We'll also give the cards a quick riffle shuffle like that. We're going to take the second card. Once again, that is the selection. We're going to go ahead and give the cards some overhand shuffles just like this to really lose the card into the pack and get both of them into the middle of the deck somewhere like this. From here, we're just going to be using a small packet of cards for the remainder of the trick here. So we'll go ahead and just take off some from the top. Now, what I would do is hand this pack of cards over to my spectator and have them follow a dealing pattern. They are going to deal one card on the table and bring the other to the bottom. They're going to keep doing this until they're left with one card in their hand. So my spectator would place this card that they're left with right on the table. We're going to take this remaining small packet of cards here. I would have my spectator make this grip with their three fingers and pinch the back of the packet like so. What I would do is hit down on the cards just like this. You'll see the cards go flying except one card is left in my spectator's hand. I would tell them to place that card right there on the table. After doing all those shuffles and things we did with the deck, we're left with two cards, and hopefully these two cards look familiar because I believe the Ace of Clubs and the Two of Spades are my spectator selections. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you liked it. If you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. All right, so this is a great impromptu card trick that should definitely be in your routine. So grab your deck of cards and let's get right into the tutorial. You're going to start this one off with your spectator giving the deck a shuffle. Once they are done, you're going to have them choose two cards from the deck. In my opinion, this trick works better if you're performing it for two spectators so they can each choose a card. But if you only have one, that's fine. They're just going to need to remember two cards. For the trick, you're just going to have your spectator look at the cards, but in the tutorial, we'll look at them together. In this case, we have the Four of Diamonds and the Ace of Clubs. You're going to need to control the first card here to the third position from the top of the deck. Here is what I did in the performance. I got a pinky break below the bottom two cards like this. I place the card on top. I come over with my other hand, transfer that pinky break to a thumb break. So I've got a thumb break there below the bottom two cards. I'm going to swing cut half the deck into my other hand, drop off the two cards right on top of it, maintain this thumb break, and then do a double undercut to get all those cards back up to the top. So what I've done here is got two cards right on top of the first selection, just like that. So now it's in the third position from the top of the deck. At this point, you're going to take the second card, place it on top, and essentially you need to keep this card on top with the other card now in the fourth position from the top. So what I did in the performance was I took half the cards from the bottom. I did an overhand shuffle, but I made sure to start the overhand shuffle about halfway up like this on top of that other half. So now when I come over with my other hand, I'm pushing down where that separation is. I've got this thumb break, and now I'm going to do a double undercut to get all those cards back up to the top. So now I have the selection right there, two cards, and then the other selection, which is now in the fourth position from the top. If you don't want to do that second move, what you can do is just place that second card right on top. You can then give the deck a few false cuts, a riffle shuffle, keeping all those cards there on top of the deck. It's really up to you how you want to go about doing things. You just need to get the second selection right there in the first position, and then the other one is in the fourth position from the top. And while you're doing that, you need to make it seem like they are somewhere lost in the middle. I'll leave a link on the screen right now if you want to learn some false cuts that you can, of course, implement in this trick. From here, you're going to tell your spectator that you've got those cards lost in the middle. You're going to now take a small packet of cards to use for the remainder of the trick. What you're doing here is sliding off the top six cards from the deck and just placing them on the table. Don't make it obvious you're counting 1, 2, 3, not like that. Just slide off 2 packets of 3 casually, and then spread out a few more cards. Drop those 6 off, place the rest of the deck off to the side. At this point, you're ready to proceed. You're gonna hand your spectator this small packet. You're gonna explain to them they are gonna follow a dealing pattern here. They're gonna deal 1 card on the table, and the other is gonna go right to the bottom. Make sure you explain those instructions clearly. They're gonna continue this until they are left with 1 card in their hand, and you will see this is a little bit of a self-working component of the trick. They are left with one of the selections. Tell them to keep it face down, place it right there on the table. Now at this point, the other card is on the bottom. You'll see it right here. We got the ace of clubs on the bottom. Now here's what I did in the performance. I like to do this move for this trick. You're gonna have your spectator make this pinching motion with their thumb, pointer, and middle finger. They're gonna grip the cards kind of lightly, just with a normal grip on the back. Then you're gonna come over, make sure they're holding the cards over the table. You're just gonna hit down on the cards normally, not too hard, not too soft, just normally like that. The 4 cards will go flying. The one that stays in their hand is the one that was on the bottom of this pack. You'll see it's their selection. Keep it face down. Tell them just to place that right there on the table. Place the other cards off to the side. Do a quick recap of the trick. You say you started with a shuffled deck. They chose 2 cards. You did a bunch of shuffling and cuts to get to this final point here. And then you can snap your fingers, wave your hands over the cards, and reveal to them the final 2 cards are somehow their selections, or if you had 2 spectators, they are each of their cards. It makes for a great ending, super powerful effect that's quite easy to perform overall. Definitely practice it, perform it, impress your friends and family, and get some great reactions. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next one. Peace out.